Hello, how are you? Thank you for joining us here on our channel. On our last week's video, if you haven't watched it, you can click here on our right side corner of the video to watch it. I promise that this week's video, I'll give you movie series that you can watch in your free time. This series, I have systematically chosen them according to my experience, story, and how they made me feel personally because I enjoyed watching them. And listen, the bonus one at the end, you should have already watched it. If you haven't watched this one, serious, you must watch it after this video. Here is a list of 9 movie series that I would recommend you to watch. Welcome to Ken Kanage YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, you are missing out. Let's get into it. Number 1, Heist. This one, it's not even debate. This series doesn't just entertain you. It manipulates your emotions and still makes you love the criminal. It makes you believe that the mastermind can actually control reality with pure planning. You start supporting characters you would never support in real life. The energy, the tension, the storytelling, even the episode takes you deeper. Heist is proof that intelligence is a superpower. This is the type of series you watch and you start questioning how powerful strategy is. But you should know that there are other series like this. But this is the biggest and the best series that I have watched and I would recommend. Number 2, The Last Kingdom. This is for the people who want war, loyalty, betrayal, and identity crisis in one story. Uhtred of Babenberg is the perfect example of being caught between two worlds and still standing firm in purpose. This series makes you understand leadership is not a title. It is earned in chaos. Number 3, Vikings Valhalla. This is raw. It is culture and brutality. Although they are really related with The Last Kingdom, it's a good one. Vikings Valhalla shows you the hunger for power and exploration. This is not just violence, it's legacy, conquest, revenge, and destiny. You watch this and you understand why men historically fought for glory. Number 4, Squid Game. This is psychological warfare disguised inside games. This is how society shows you people will do anything once survival becomes transactional. Squid Game exposes human nature, desperation, greed, and the thin line between morals and death. It doesn't just entertain you, it also makes you think. Number 5, Prison Break. Prison Break is the cinema engineering. This is no show in the world that makes you respect problem solving like Prison Break. Michael Scofield is what happens when intelligence becomes the weapon. Every twist, every door, every escape attempt is a lesson in designing, thinking, and importance of planning. You don't just watch this one, you study it. Number 6, Breaking Bad. This is character evolution at its highest level. This is what happens when an ordinary man gradually becomes the villain without even explaining it. Breaking Bad shows you the silent transaction of desperation into power and the power into ego and the ego into destruction. It's a writing at its purest. Every season, every intense, more dark, more genius. Number 7, Peaky Blinders. This one is style, violence, plus ambition. This one teaches you that vision requires risk. And sometimes the most dangerous person is the one who isn't afraid to lose everything. Every shot feels like an aesthetic painting. Tommy Shelby is written with myth plus reality combined. Number 8, Suits. This one is luxury intelligence. Sharp, clean, smooth dialogue. This is the type of writing that makes you love the law even if you never wanted to touch it. Harvey Specter is the mentor every young man wishes he had. This is professional dominance turned into entertainment.
Being a lawyer is like being a doctor. You keep pressing until it hurts, then you know where to look.
This one is awesome. If you are really in love with law, you can watch this one. Number 9, Stranger Things.
Something is coming. Something hungry for blood.
This one plays with imagination. It takes you back to childhood innocence. when it throws you in the horror and the mystery of the universe.
He's missing. I don't know where he is.
It's nostalgic but fresh. It is fantasy that feels real.
Did you guys hear that?
You enjoy the story and how the world is building at the same time. Thank you for watching this video up to this far. And as you know, there is a bonus at the end. This one, you should have already watched it. You should have watched Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is fascinating. From season 1 to season 8, it is just awesome. When you see the development of the plot, starting from Daenerys Targaryen, when before we even know how she's going to to be a major character in the series. Like before, like you thought the brother is the one who is going to be this big character, but I also noticed something when I was watching it. Before the series, the Iron Throne was really not that competitive, but as you went closer and closer to the end of the series, it got harder to get to the Iron Throne, and Iron Throne became it became something that you thought was this big thing, because when you compare when Robert Baratheon was on the throne was like, it was not a big deal. We even never felt the presence of a king when Robert Baratheon was the current king of the seven kingdoms. But as you came closer and closer to the end, that is, I mean, season 8, you came to know that the Iron Throne that Robert Baratheon had holded was really an important thing, and he never knew, and people were really fighting for it. And for the whole entire series, you have seen that there are several people who are fighting for the Iron Throne. And then, you come to realize that Daenerys Targaryen is the last person who is going to sit on that throne. But I don't want to spoil it for you. Go watch it. It's very fascinating. I think it is very important for you to, you have that suspense. That is why I don't want to break, to spill the beans right here, so that you can go watch the series yourself and you see how wonderful and a piece of art how that series actually is. And you should also know that in the same universe, or in the same HBO studios, is also making other series that are related to that, because there's other series like The House of Dragon. I've watched it, but I'm yet to finish it. Comparing it to Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones is better. The production is awesome, the plot is awesome. I think Game of Thrones is better compared to House of Dragon, but House of Dragon, when you watch it, because you have the knowledge of Game of Thrones, like you're able to even follow the story, although it's also good to watch it. In the same universe, there's another series. I think it is called The Night of the Seven Kingdoms. That is a series that is I think it is going to be released in 2026. That is a series maybe I've not watched it because it is yet to be out. But when I watch it, maybe I'm going to maybe come talk about it. But Game of Thrones is one of the series that I watched and I was like, oh my god, it is awesome. And I think this series, everyone should have watched it, because when you watch this series, you get to actually know how power operates. You don't, because there are several people who are involved in power, especially the people who are going to teach you so much about power. Include the biggest character that has taught me about power is Cersei Lannister. There is the father who is Tryon Tryon Lannister, something like that, and the brother, the small person. I can talk about Jon Snow. So many people love Jon Snow. I don't know why, but I think Jon Snow has not really fascinated me compared to how Daenerys Targaryen and other characters have fascinated me. In fact, when I was watching the whole series, I felt like when it came to Jon Snow's part to play, I felt like I don't know what to expect, because he was killed, and then I don't want to spoil it for you. Just go and look for it. Anyway, I want to end the video there. Thank you for watching the video this far. I really appreciate. Give me a thumbs up and comment your favorite series that you have watched and you think that our viewers would really be interested in. Comment the series that you think I have not touched on, and let's meet on the next one. Bye. My name is Ken Kanage, and see you on the next video.